Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back.
Hello and welcome to Dodge Central. Here we are with the women's final from the recent Welsh Open. I am one of your hosts today, or one of your commentators today, Jonathan Wilkie.
And my name is Greg Whitehouse, the other commentator, close to a catch to start the game, but not quite securing it.
Lottie Gudgeon there. So here we have the Leamington Spartans versus Coventry Silverbacks, the Coventry derby, or the West Mids derby really. A very strong looking Spartans team and a very good looking Coventry team in their colourful dress.
Obviously at Opens, you don't have to collectively wear the same thing. That's correct.
Yes. So
but
we've had
Spartans,
that go ahead.
No, after you.
So normally we're doing this over the internet. Normally we'd be sat with each other. We can kind of help the communication a bit more with some gestures, but we might do this a couple of times. But yeah, Spartans getting that early hit. And then kind of riding it out. Nothing too silly happening. An early two-ball attack from Coventry, not managing to find the hit on Lisa Storch. Another two-ball attack at Lucy Barrington. Neither ball's being retained. Lucy Barrington releases. Becca Smith goes high on Lucy Barrington.
Yeah. Silverbacks could have had four there. That back wall double throw, obviously they get both ball backs and Barrington does release that fourth. Maybe a bit of miscommunication where this team doesn't really full train together. You've obviously got a couple of guests across that line.
Yeah, we can see a couple of known faces from different teams. You've got Alice. Oh, and Elisa Storch just carries on going. You've got Alex Lancaster from Rhondda and Welsh Dragons there. Manon Dixon, who plays for Carmarthen. Alex going high. White just managing to get low and block that ball. Another fourth ball given away quite quickly from Coventry.
Yeah, maybe that communication is not a bad thing. Good catch.
Big catch by Babula there in the centre, as that two-ball attack is just completely different targets.
Yeah, as you can see, that different side of, I guess, material or style of back wall. You've got that back wall, the left side behind Spartans and Silverbacks. You've got that net. So you're reassuring those balls will stick behind you.
There's a double hit there, and I think a catch there from Coldrick.
Yeah, picks up that floating one.
No catch called.
No.
Just looks
I think
like
one did fly wide, yeah.
Dixon not hit out there. Lancaster coming forward quickly. Coldrick goes high. Bateman doesn't manage to get the hit on Coldrick. It's a block there. 4-all called. Very close set there.
Yeah, close set. And obviously in these open style tournaments, these games are 8-minute halves. Was the draw at the end, like you said. 8-minute halves. 3 minutes sets.
So just the question there, I think, on whether or not the hit there at the end was before or after the whistle. So that's what this discussion is about. Definitely the two different play styles there of these women. You've got the Spartan style of quite controlled, aggressive singles, taking the catches on those wayward shots, and then trying to utilise their 2- and 3-ball packages. And then a bit of miscommunication there from Coventry, releasing those single balls when they did have 4.
I'd say that play style is probably a bit more free-flowing. It sounds a bit weird because sometimes you could say erratic, but erratic sometimes doesn't always sound the greatest. I'd say free-flowing, they're trusting each other. I mean, Alex is always up court with that single ball when she's got that one in her hand, despite always not having the cover.
Yeah, 2 blocks there as 2 balls are released. One does manage to go back over, so Silverbacks aren't punished too hard. Right there with the single in the middle. I think it's they're taking the opportunities where they are. Been a couple of times where those single ball has been released. Oh, Lancaster goes at Barrington. Doesn't manage to make the block.
I think the slight look away from Barrington there, just as she's looking where that third ball is, and as she sort of peers eyes towards the right. Silverbacks do take advantage of that.
Block there by Coldrick. Forward early. Shot there onto Smith.
There's that drop to the knee style block that a lot of female play style, I'd say, favours. But
yeah, clean block there by White. Hit there by Dixon.
Yeah. That two-step counter just builds up enough power to sort of hit the knees. This time they held the 4.
Yeah, good. Well done there. Just to slow it down a bit. Because I think they're up in this set. They are up.
Yeah, make that one more.
Man's hit out there on the 3-ball attack. The ball goes high, but White doesn't manage to make the hit. Coldrick with a hit there onto Dixon.
Still a minute left on the clock though.
Storch and Coldrick left in for Spartans. Coldrick goes really low, but Lancaster manages to get the hit. Storch with 2 balls here.
Yeah.
No hit there.
Yeah. Just gets into the right angle that she dodges them all, and that, like you said, that one bounces a bit before Storch. She is still high up court.
Yeah, no release there.
No need to throw. Smart decision. You throw those ones and Storch picks up the catch. It's sort of
10 seconds left on the set. Bounce there. Lancaster goes anyway, and time is up.
Yep.
A huge shift there from Storch, but exceptionally well done by the Coventry ladies. They controlled that excellently well. They didn't release needlessly. They did well to survive and stay on their feet just to last those last 20 seconds.
Yeah, they've learnt from that first set already. Like you said, that they drew the first set, but this time around they've taken that 4th ball. They've settled a little back. Lancaster isn't pushing high and aggressive. Obviously, she can be aggressive when she wants, and at the end, he looks at taking out Storch. You can't give players free rein to track back and forward. You know, it's good from Lancaster to make sure that that aggression is still being provided.
The score is 3-1 to Silverbacks. Spartans come forward and get the 4th ball. Play 3 called there. A newer rule, or some rule clarifications that's been brought into the British game of play ball being ever so slightly quicker. Refs are being advised to really stick to that 5-second count. We used to have it that refs would be quite lenient with that count, so now they've been advised to be a lot stricter.
Obviously, that only comes into play when all balls, or at least majority of balls, are on court. If they're off court, that play ball does not start in the ball retriever's hands.
Yes. So in that situation where the ball was thrown and blocked, 5 balls there, given away by Silverbacks, as it was blocked on court, like there. Hit there on Smith. The issue for Spartans there is that even though they do have 5 balls, they are playing, as you've mentioned, against the net. So chances are if they throw balls, they're probably not going to keep them. Catch there by Bateman.
Like you said, but Bateman does pick up that catch, and that is the end of the half. So Spartans take that one before the half, and it's 3 apiece.
With the magic of editing, we are straight into the second half. No timeout here. It's been 2 substitutions on the Spartans side. Coldrick and White off for Chung and Gedling. And no substitutions on the Silverback side. Chung hit out straight away on the single. Gudgeon goes low, but does get hit out by the post throw.
That ball a little short of man's on that right side. Barrington now provides that cover.
Yeah, very experienced Spartans team here. Storch getting hit out by Dixon.
I think she expects that ball maybe a little lower than it is. That block quite get in.
Gedling almost manages to make the catch. She slides to the left.
Pops it up almost perfectly, like you said, but then does not secure it, so that catch isn't a secure one.
Blocked there by Smith. Spartans playing a little more defensively here, that throw on ball as opposed to going for open targets.
Is that trying to stop the aggressive sort of running counters that we saw in that first half? Or is that maybe just providing themselves a little more cover on the track back?
It's always a tough one because with catching being so prevalent in the winners' game, you may often see players throw a ball because they're a bit worried about being caught. When you're focusing on less players, it's a lot easier to make those catches. Babula hit out there alongside Bateman as they both exit court.
Yeah, a 1-for-1 and Barrington and Mans left on side. Dixon does put the standing in, but does not find.
Dixon with her hands just left there, but Mans out on the standing counter. Another 1-for-1, leaving Barrington against 3 Silverbacks. Barrington left in on her own. Similar to Storch in the first half, Silverbacks are doing a really good job just to trade possession. Lancaster doesn't manage to get that trade. Smith dances across court. No hit there.
Just has to dodge the singles, and Barrington doesn't even provide the running.
Single there. Off to one side, so it's not catchable. Another one there. Clean lateral dodge. Play 2 called on Silverbacks. Only have a couple of seconds. Barrington goes high. Only has no time left. Really well done there by Silverbacks to just grind that set out and convert it into 2 points.
What do you think Barrington has to do different there to win that set? Do you expect more of a run-up to provide that extra bit of power?
I think Barrington has power in spades. I'm not sure that's the issue. It's more her placement of throws to me. I think she could have. I think accuracy wasn't amazing there. There was a lot of high shots, and it wasn't like the ladies left in were compartmentalizing. They were just kind of going left to right. Maybe a fake, if she can, kind of that situation just to force the movement.
Yeah. Looking for the track, maybe, rather than throw on target, sort of as where they're stood.
We do have to appreciate that this is the very final game of a very long day for these women. So tiredness may come into play there with your arm being worked. Babula hit out there on the single by Lancaster. Gudgeon hit out there in the middle. Blocked there by Barrington. Doesn't manage to get the hit on Dixon.
They do pick up the 4 after that play, so although Spartans may have got that trade.
Mans manages to get the catch. Lancaster takes herself off, leaving us at 4 apiece, but Spartans with 5 balls. Excellent turn of events for Spartans. And Smith is it out. Spartans do manage to keep 2 balls. So see now what Coventry can do, now that they're a bit down in the set.
Two-ball attack on Storch does not find the target.
Single there by Mans. Standing counter by Dixon.
Yeah.
Maybe Storch not applying as much pressure as she could have. Mans was pretty far ahead. It was quite obvious she was the one throwing. And a catch there in the middle by Silverbacks. Babula sends the shot. Dixon manages the block. What a turn of events.
Storch does go for the last one if she set herself. When you're in that position, it's so hard to move. You've got to go for the catch if it's coming right at you. Does not get hands around it, popped out wide.
Yeah, excellent placement by the last ball just to get off centre, but Storch, knowing that that was the one to go for, she made the big movement. That was absolutely the one. Babula steps off court, maybe thinking that there's no point of grinding out the time. There's only 15 or so seconds left. Spartans now down 2 sets in this second half. If you're watching this and you think that some of these may have been false starts, remember that the audio may not be fully synced to the visual. Spartans getting that third ball.
And they do have to be quick on this.
Great two-ball attack there. And a catch there by Mans. Another catch there by Barrington.
Perfect.
Mopping this Cov team up.
Yeah. And they needed to end the set, and they are doing just that.
This is hyper-aggressive play. Exactly what you love to see in these kind of tight opens where only 8-minute halves, there's not a lot of time. Oh, and a catch there by Gudgeon onto Storch.
It's a weird one there because I think they're thrown at separate targets.
Yeah, Barrington looked like she really wanted to, she'd either take the trade or get the hit. She's made the hit there. Gedling comes through but makes the hit. Spartans with a 1 minute and 20 set, I think.
Yeah.
This will be a final 30-second set, I believe.
And that is great from them. You know, they took those catches early on to start wiping out the Cov team. Maybe at one point, Silverbacks might have thought they could have been back in this with a couple of catches and dodges in the right direction. Unfortunately, Spartans proving strong. Only one set down now.
Yes, only one set. All Silverbacks needed to do was last that set out, I believe. And they would have won this final.
Yeah, that's it.
3 balls for Silverbacks. No substitutions on either side.
10 seconds gone already. You can play a lot slower if those balls are off court. Obviously, that ball retriever only has to provide a walking pace.
You only need to win a set by one player. And the set goes to Spartans.
I think that last second hit that Storch provides.
Back was hit there.
I didn't even notice.
I think she provides it and then she's looking for the dodge on the 2 balls, and I think those 2 balls are thrown a little off timing, so Storch really doesn't have to do a lot.
So we've gone to an overtime set. Things that I think me and Greg are now quite experienced at commentating based on the last Euros. And if you haven't seen the last Euros, please go check out the European Dodgeball Federation's YouTube channel. An excellent Euros. There is a North American and Caribbean tournament on at the moment. We recently had the Asian Dodgeball Championships as well. The Asian Pacific? No, that's the API. That's a different tournament. Anyway, back to the game at hand. Spartans all ready, no substitutions there. Coventry as well with no subs. This is a 1 minute overtime set. And if players are even at the end of the minute, we go to sudden death.
That's sudden death meaning the first player out, that team does lose.
Dodging there in the middle by the single. No hit there. We'll see what the approach is. Both teams seem to be going for quite cagey. It's kind of a game of chess at this point. Play 2's been called on Silverbacks. 2 easy blocks there from Barrington as they're just a little off time. Block there by Dixon. She comes forward. Mans manages the block. Go high there. No hit there. Sudden death has been called. The next player out. And there's a hit there and a hit in the middle as well. So the ref's coming in.
Now the debate goes on is who is hit first. I believe...
Don't know, because we can't see the other player that's been hit.
Now I believe, I'm not sure on the ruling on this, Wilkie, that if both players are hit out simultaneously at the same time, play continue.
I believe so. We'll see what the referees, what decision they make. And the game has been called and Coventry take the win there. Massive win. You can see what it means to this Coventry women's team. And that's the game.
And that is the game indeed.
That's an excellent game. Very well played by the Silverbacks women to command some of those sets, to go up by a couple of players and actually win those games. But that little resurgence from Spartans to draw it and take it to overtime. Absolutely brilliant.
And he gets over the second.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back